I just think it's important that the candidate has his name spelled correctly. What if there's a Lerie?
Okay. Hi, I'm Lerie Palmaira. I'm a second year marshal. I came to my awareness with or my passion from social justice started out last winter quarter when all the events happened. A lot of my close friends were really affected, so I went to all the protests, and then I became really involved with BSU, and I attended BSU GBMs every week up until winter quarter when I joined KP board, and the reason for that was through SOCC and JFAV, I realized that I wanted to bring that passion for social justice back to my own community, while of course continuing the work that I do with BSU. So right now I'm this year's community activism. Through that, I'm one of the SAC representatives, and so through that I've learned a lot about the issues and struggles that, as a community, as the SAC community that we face, along with the struggles that we face as Filipino American youths. And so that's why I want to socialize.
Okay, now we open for 3 to 5 questions. Drew.
How would you initiate building community with the other SAC organizations?
Well, one thing I would like to do is have more joint GBMs, but I understand that those can only happen a few times a quarter. So maybe as a board, having a few members try to attend different organizations' GBMs so that people are at least familiar with each other. People are able to at least go into a room and feel comfortable with the people around them. I know that something that SAC is planning is having for Welcome Week, having an activist Welcome Week to bring that awareness to the freshmen when they come in right away. But I feel like that event can also help join the rest of the communities.
From my understanding of conversations that we've had together, you have an interest in student government, and I am appreciative of that, and I really like that you're getting involved in KP space. And do you see yourself merging the two together, and if so, how would you do that?
Well, yes. Well, right now my position on AS would be biological sciences, and career goal-wise, a big passion that I have is going into helping underserved communities in that aspect. But in regards to merging the KP space and AS, I would like to, if people are open to conversation, just as long as the ties are there, sure. I mean, I feel like student government is a huge resource that the community has, or that KP has especially, and at times it may seem like we're against each other when we could be working together, and it doesn't have to be such a clashing environment.
How would you improve the relations between the Filipino spaces within the UCS community? Meaning, how would you improve KP's relationship with Common since your position relates to their agenda?
Right. Well, I feel like right now KP and Common are sort of in a difficult space. I don't know if the tension comes from individuals or if it comes from just sort of things happening throughout the years. But just speaking on last quarter, I know that we had a joint GBM with Common, and both sides expressed positive feedback about that GBM. So having more joint GBMs, maybe, I know that right now we can't go into compliant meetings because board happens to be at the same time, but like I said, I want to try to have a few members come to different organizations events, so really coming out to compliance so that all these, I feel like a lot of these tensions happen through miscommunication, so just by being more open, I feel like it can help any tensions that might have been created.
Bakers,
Thanks. How will you promote awareness and fight for the justice of the veteranos?
Of the veteranos specifically?
Yes.
Well, I do know that we go to JFAB every year, so continuing that mission. But then, outside of that, I know that it's something we do JFAB and then we sort of step out of space, so maybe continuing to talk with the people who are in charge of it. Continuing that mission. Right now, I believe it's fighting for the widows so that they also get benefits. So just continuing that fight, making sure that the connections are there.
So during our normal school year, in the current school year, the Filipino Awareness Month happens. What would you do in your position as social awareness to bring about the issues that are presented during that month, and how would you relate that to the importance of how that is to our community here?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, so basically Filipino Awareness Month happens during our time here, and I noticed that we don't celebrate it or observe it.
the history?
Yeah, the Filipino History Month.
Yeah.
Sorry. The Filipino History Month, and I noticed that we don't observe it as much or take into account that it actually happens during the normal school year. What would you do to bring the importance of those historical events in our own history to the social,
Okay, so one thing I do want to do is have a SAG corner at every DBM where, because speaking to previous social awareness coordinators, I know that that's something that has happened in the past, so using that space as a means of not only talking about SAC, but also about things that come up in our communities. And then another thing I want to continue is, or create, is have a smaller group of people who are interested in social justice and issues facing our community, like the previous reading groups that Kamalayan